Welcome to Haunt Weekly.
Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this is Haunt Weekly, a weekly podcast for the haunted attraction and haunted entertainment industry. Whether you're an actor, owner, or just plain aficionado, we aim to be a podcast for you. And once again, we are back. I know I say that every week like it's a surprise.
I know.
Maybe it is a little bit of a surprise to me that we always remember week after week to sit down and have a conversation about haunting and then record it.
Right, especially in this time of year.
Yeah.
Because we're crazy busy out there.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Like many of you, I'm sure.
I recognize that most professional haunts have either opened or opening like imminently.
Right.
But with our home haunt, we only do the weekend before Halloween and Halloween night. And so we're now in full-on build mode.
Right.
So it's all trips to Home Depot for the lumber and screwing stuff and nailing stuff and all that.
Working after you get home from work and yeah.
And drinking all the cheap beer because you've got no money.
Well, if we spend it on beer, then we wouldn't have as great of a haunt.
Exactly.
So there you go.
My sacrifice for the haunt is that I drink cheap beer for a couple months. There you go. Sacrifice listed. But anyways, we are back with another episode. And this one is a personal one for me, I must admit.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this one for quite some time. And finally, since it is that most wonderful time of year where haunts are opening. Right. And therefore, one thing we're doing is buying tickets.
Yes, we are.
We're buying tickets
we
to
bought
haunts.
some recently.
Yes, we did. And for the record, we are doing our haunt reviews this year, by the way, real quick. We are doing our haunt reviews this year on Garbage Horror.
Right.
I don't know when they're going up. I'm going to be straight. We're going to try to record the first one soon, but I'm not sure what the schedule is going to be like. But we'll have updates on that as we go in. But yes, we did our first haunt of the season already. Yep. The mortuary here. And it brought to head that, yes, we need to actually sit down and talk about this. Online ticketing.
Yeah, we do. So.
But anyways, before we jump into that, we have conference reminders. And I believe I won the rock, paper, scissors match before we begin. Basically. So I get to start this week. And by that I mean I just said I'll start this week.
Exactly.
That's the game.
It's not much of a match, really.
No, it's not. The first person to speak up does it.
Yeah.
All right, well, coming up on November 11th through 12th, right after season ends for most of us, it is the legendary Haunt Tour. It's in Pittsburgh at the Falmouth in Pittsburgh. It's hosted by the Trans World People. They will be visiting the Scare House and the 100 Acres Manor. I almost said 100 Acres Forest. You know, the pun I try not to make every week.
I know.
You can learn more, though, at Legendary Haunt Tours, 2T's there.com.
And then in January, skipping all the way to next year, January 14th through 17th, we have the Halloween and Party Expo here in New Orleans at the Convention Center. There will be 350 vendors. It does require business verification. There are steps to go through that on their online presence website, which is HalloweenPartyExpo.com.
Sounds good. Then, perhaps you'd like something a little more tropical. You could literally leave the Halloween and Party Expo on the 17th and go straight to Hawaii on the 17th. That'd be a hell of a feat, but...
That would be.
But on multiple islands in Hawaii, I believe it's Oahu and Maui, not Maui, the two big islands in Hawaii, they're having Corn Party. It is for the operators of corn mazes. Ha ha, M-A.
That's a little corny.
It is a little corny. And you can learn more about this haunt and the various locations at themaze.com. Now, quick question. Does corn actually grow in Hawaii? I have not a clue.
I don't know.
Come on, Ms. Biology Major, step up.
That's a whole different set of science there.
Okay, I tried. Moving on.
Then, January 26th through the 30th. So if you wanted to do all three of these, you theoretically could if you had all the money and time in the world. And this is going to be HauntCon, Nashville, Tennessee. It'll be tours of Haunted Hell Nashville, Nashville Nightmare Saturday, and Slaughterhouse at some point.
Sorry, Nashville Nightmare. I deleted that wrong. His name is Haunt.
You did.
Yes, I did. Sorry. It'll be the Nashville Nightmare is the haunt, and it will be at the Sheraton Nashville Airport Hotel.
Yep. And hauntcon.com for more info on that. Don't forget that they do the early bird tickets, and you'll be wanting to look out for those specials.
Their early bird tickets are actually early bird tickets.
Yes. They're not like Transworld's.
Speaking of the devil, skipping ahead to March 23rd to the 26th, you have Transworld Halloween and Attraction Show in St. Louis, Missouri, as per usual. Early bird discounts are now pretty much until the door.
Right.
$50 off on tickets. You can learn more at HAAshow.com. That stands for Halloween and Attractions Show.com.
Ha! Show.
Ha! Show.
Yes.
Ha. Or Haas How. I don't know.
No.
That sounds very German.
Yeah, no. We're going with Ha.
Ha, okay. Ha,
okay.
Ha Show.
In June 8th through the 11th, we have the Midwest Haunters Convention, Columbus, Ohio, at the Greater Columbus Center. Haunt tours will be announced shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is a ways out, guys. Give them a break.
Yeah,
give them a break. Give them a break, people.
MidwestHauntersConvention.com if you're in the area for that one.
Yes, that's all the conferences we're aware of. If you are aware of conferences that we are not, please let us know. We keep our ear to the ground, but we cannot know everything.
Right, conferences and haunty type events.
Haunty type events and haunt news that you might want on one of our news episodes.
Which is coming up next week.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Never mind.
Wow. 43 is not divisible by 4, Crystal. Come on.
It is not. 44 is.
That's decidedly not divisible by 4. Push up the glasses. Get all snooty. I don't have glasses. I'm just pretending.
Yes.
But yes, let us know on Facebook and Twitter. We are Haunt Weekly. Send us messages. Drop us tweets and replies. And pretty soon we'll have the new site set up where the contact form. Actually, the contact form on the test site works, but we'll have the new site up in full shortly.
Right, and if you haven't checked out the test site, there are links to it out there. Please give us your feedback.
I will drop a link in this week's show notes too, just to get it out there a little bit further. We've made more progress. It's coming along great. Want your feedback. Appreciate your help.
Yep.
All right. That brings us to this week's topic, though.
Yes.
Online ticketing. This sounds like a weird thing to discuss with haunts.
Well, not really, because it's an event. So you gotta sell tickets.
You gotta sell tickets to make money. And one of the primary ways to sell tickets in 2016 is online.
Correct.
And while I cannot speak for every haunt, the haunts I have worked with and have spoken with have been seeing this tick up. And maybe not necessarily a decrease in in-person ticket ordering, but they're seeing this become more and more important to their business as time goes on.
Right. And as a haunt visitor, I've been seeing more and more online sales for tickets bought online versus tickets bought in person.
Yeah. And then the reason we broach this subject now is because it is that time of year. We're planning our haunt visits. We're going out the map. We're pulling out the calendar. We're marking up, moving things around, and we're planning the tickets we're buying.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, especially if we're traveling to a haunt, we try to buy the tickets online because we might be cutting it close, getting there with the box office, but we might be able to get in the line if we have a ticket already.
Right.
But also we're looking for deals, anything that we can do to help ease the financial burden on us. So we're always checking out haunt tickets online. Unfortunately, our industry seems to largely suck at this.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just our industry.
No, that's true. That's
because Ticketmaster gets a lot of shade thrown at them because
that was very polite, Crystal. That was very nice, polite and hip at the same stroke.
Yeah, but
you are down with a sickness.
God. Yeah. But yes, no, their fees they can sometimes double the price of a ticket just for their fees.
And
for
to be
customers.
honest, a lot of things we're going to say also apply to buying movie tickets online.
Right. Basically, any online ticket you can buy.
Yeah, any online ticket, but we're targeting the haunt industry because, surprise, this is a haunted attraction podcast.
Right, and there are some people who, have businesses set up for ticketing just for haunts.
Yes, and we'll be talking about a couple of those in just a minute, along with some others that you may wish to look at.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. Like I said, we are not particularly happy with online ticketing in the haunt industry. And the primary reason, and the one reason I keep hitting my head against, is it can be stupid complicated.
Yeah.
Like, really complicated. Like 6 steps. And it always frustrates me because, like, you guys, you sell 2 types of tickets.
Yeah.
You sell general admission and VIP most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
You
Unless
might
you
have
multiple attractions, then you could have, bundles.
Then things get more complicated, I admit. But it's always interesting to me because a lot of these haunts we've bought tickets from, it's like, okay, how many tickets do you want? Okay, that part's good. Then you go to the next screen where it's like you confirm, and then to the next screen, and you have like 6 steps to buy 2 tickets.
Right.
Another issue we have is heavy online ordering fees.
Yeah.
Now, I understand online ordering fees are common. Like I said, we're not the only industry that does this. You pointed to Ticketmaster.
Right.
The last time I went to buy movie theater tickets online, they were going to charge me online ordering fees, but luckily I think it's a Stubbs membership at AMC.
Yeah.
And that ixnays any of the online convenience fees.
Right.
And this is going through the AMC site directly, not through like some third-party site.
Right. I mean, we've seen a discount for $5 off your ticket, but then there's a $5 processing fee.
Yeah.
So you may as well just buy it at the door.
Yeah. And that's kind of my big problem with it, is that it penalizes online customers.
Yep.
And I've heard stories of that. This came up at HauntCon when we were there. Talking about how, a group of like 6 people show up in Haunt, but they all are going to be responsible for their own tickets.
Right.
And so 2 or 3 of them buy the tickets online, and 3 of them wait and get them from the ticket booth. Well, 3 people got a better deal than the other 2.
Yeah.
I mean, other 3 rather.
Right.
Half got a better deal. Sorry.
Now math.
Now, shut up. But, half of them got a better deal than the other. And the other half feel like suckers for buying those tickets online.
Right.
So, yeah, that is actively discouraging online ordering.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, we've learned that lesson the hard way and have waited many times to buy at the door.
Yeah.
Just because we know that certain haunts, it's better to buy it there.
Yeah.
We would love to buy it online and guarantee that we've got our ticket.
Yeah, and not have to deal with the ticket booth and other things. Like we're sure going to discuss a lot of this in a second. But, yeah, we would love to have our tickets on our line, on our phone, whatever, and just, breeze through. That would be great.
Yeah.
But it so rarely is the better deal.
Yeah.
Especially for general admission tickets. A lot of haunts will offer discounts for VIP passes online, but that gets wonky for other reasons.
Right.
Because when you're buying online, you don't know if a VIP pass is even useful.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one time we bought like 4 VIP tickets.
Yes.
For us and your dad and your brother.
Right.
Showed up at the haunt, and there was nobody there.
Yeah, there was nobody in line.
And it's weird. We showed up. What should have been a busy time.
Well,
we were early-ish, but
no, it was at like 9 at night, so it was within an hour of the ticket booth closing.
Yeah,
but it was a Thursday, not a Friday night.
Okay, but even then, this was a very popular haunt, and that was really frustrating because and the reason we did that is because we've been to this haunt before. We've waited an hour in line just to get through the door.
Right.
And that did not happen this time. We would not have waited even 5 minutes.
No. No, we pretty much just walked right in. And then...
So we doubled our ticket price for no valid reason.
Right. Exactly. And can I speak 1 minute on VIP situations?
Sure, go ahead.
Because both there and at some of the other haunts we've been to, VIP tickets, you get not as good of a show.
Yeah.
Because you get to go around the line, but then all the stuff that you put in to distract the people in line, all your cool animatronics and your videos and all of that stuff, and your actors, they never go over to the VIP line, and you can't see what's going on.
Yeah,
it's aggravating.
I remember one haunt...
I know that's not directly related,
it is kind of related. But I'll say this, one haunt last year we did a review of, and we said one of the criticisms we had was we didn't get the theme.
Yeah.
We didn't understand the theme. We didn't understand what was going on inside. We had no idea. We understood the words and what the theme was about. We had no idea who was what or what was going on.
Yeah.
And we heard back from people in the hall and said, oh, well, you shouldn't have gone VIP. You would have gotten to see the little movie thing that explains everything.
Right. So basically you don't want us to pay you more money.
Yeah, basically is what I hear. I don't have an easy answer for that, but yeah, that is a frustration with VIP tickets. Anyways, another issue is difficulty redeeming these tickets.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, there have been a few times at least, I've been forced to print tickets.
Yes. We don't have a printer
Not
anymore.
a working one. We have one that...
Well, we have two.
We have one that actually doubles as a paper shredder.
Yeah.
He like runs up to it and
yeah, that's pretty apt.
So, yeah, it doubles as a great paper shredder, but yes, that is our laser printer in a nutshell.
Right.
It will destroy whatever you put through it. It's lovely.
No.
But yeah, we're forced to print this. So what do we do? Now we got to go to a library or something. That's hugely inconvenient.
Yeah.
Other times we're forced to go to the box office anyway to redeem them.
Right.
And that basically turns your online ticketing into an overpriced Groupon.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but you're still in line to get to the ticket booth.
Exactly. You haven't saved me any time.
Nope. You haven't.
You haven't saved me any money.
Yep.
Why would I buy these tickets online?
Exactly.
Excuse me. I have no benefit there.
No.
A lot of times we have seen apps and barcodes that work spotty.
Yeah.
It takes forever to scan the barcode either on paper, in my phone, or whatever.
Right.
Phone seems to be a little more difficult. I've been reading about how you need to have a 2D barcode scanner in order to make that work.
Right.
But the bottom line is, I've seen plenty of times where those barcodes do not work as well as the actual physically printed tickets. And finally, some haunts just have no plan whatsoever to do with people who bought their tickets online and show up ticket in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny because they set it up.
Yeah. They set it up, they send email after email after email encouraging us to buy our tickets online, and we get there and it's completely unclear what we're supposed to do.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And that is silly frustrating because it's like, all right, we bought the tickets like you requested. What?
And it's especially frustrating if you change the path that you're supposed to go to
Yes.
from every other year prior to this year.
Yeah. And and the main thing here is most haunts, and this is generally a good thing, have like a people funnel. Not a butt funnel like John Tapper talks, but a people funnel that takes people from the parking area straight to the ticket booth.
Yeah.
You want people to go from A to B and do not get sidetracked by C, D, E, F, and G.
Right.
That's a good thing. But
right,
the problem
and your recurring customers know exactly where to go.
Yeah, and that's a great thing to have. But if someone doesn't need to go to B, they need to know where to go next. They need to know what the next step is, and a lot of haunts don't think that part through. So why should we care? Why should we do online ticketing? Well, I have no idea. Podcast over. Good night, everybody. You can spend the next 30 minutes with your family.
Oh,
but seriously, there are a lot of benefits to haunts for online ticketing.
Yeah.
And the first thing is, and this was actually one of the more interesting things I learned from HauntCon, was that online ticketing encourages larger orders. The average online order is between 30 and 50% larger than an in-person order.
Right. Was
People
there
spend more.
any insight into why that is?
People are more likely to upgrade to VIP, more likely to do upgrades when it's, especially if it's cheaper online, but also it's easier to do online.
Is it also a flat processing fee for the customer, no matter how many tickets they buy online? Could that?
It's usually a per ticket processing as far as the customer fee, if there is a customer fee. Yeah, it's just basically every time they've done this study, it turns out that there is just larger orders. People who buy online just buy more. Yeah. And part of it may just be simply put that people who order tickets online have more money and are able to spend more.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
It could be the demographics of who buys online.
And it could be, online sales. If you've got a sale for online tickets that you don't have in person, then I'd be more likely to buy extra tickets online for all my friends.
Yeah. And for the record, this is especially true if you cross-sell.
Right.
Cross-sell / upsell, I should say. Whether, like I said, upselling the VIP tickets, upselling group packages.
Multiple
visits, multiple attractions. And merchandising.
Yeah.
Merchandising, where the real money in the movie is made.
Yeah.
Spaceballs humor. We got it, folks.
Yeah, I would love to have more merchandise on haunt sites in general.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things I always find very unusual is how few haunt sites sell merchandise.
Yeah.
And it's weird because and a lot of these haunts, the ticket booth and the merch booth are largely one and the same.
Right. Well, and the other thing is that I've been to some online stores for haunts. Mm-hmm. They do not match up what they sell in person.
No.
And that is annoying. I'm just saying.
Next, where do you buy from now?
Yeah.
Anyways. Also for haunts, some tickets don't get redeemed.
Yeah.
Through no fault of your own. If you're open all the dates and times you say, you put the little disclosure, ticket must be used by such and such a date. Then some tickets are not going to get redeemed. That is essentially free money.
Yeah.
The customer might get upset, but there's no one they should be upset at but themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
They either had something come up, they found something better to do, they didn't redeem it. They took that gamble on the ticket and they lost. Now, how often that happens is going to depend upon your haunt, your specific situation, like how far away you are from your customers, a million variables. But it does happen. That number will not be 0.
Right.
It also integrates way better with social media and email marketing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and then there's some like haunts that have email campaigns that go, come see us in person here, and then they give the information, and that's okay. But really strong ones say, buy your tickets online now, here, use coupon code, blah, 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 and come do that. And then they give a link, and you can take action right then and there. Yeah. You don't have to wait until they open and drive to them, and you can do it right there as you're reading it. It's great.
Right, and if you've got your customer's email, then you can keep in touch with them and send them updates throughout the year.
Building that marketing list.
Exactly.
You're doing that through that online ticketing.
Yep.
And that is an extreme, because these are your customers. These aren't just people who are interested.
Right.
These are your customers.
Yeah.
They've given you money. These are your customers. This is the most valuable list.
Right.
And finally, the final benefit for me is just that this is something customers expect.
Yeah.
It's 2016.
Yeah.
I mean, go on Amazon and search for anything.
Pretty much.
Literally anything, search for it. I did a lot of searching on Amazon for research for this.
Yeah.
And I found like thermonuclear ticket printers and stuff. It was like some insane stuff. I mean, not thermonuclear, but thermal ticket printers in abundance. But you know what I mean? I found like crazy stuff online on Amazon. People expect to be able to buy pretty much everything online, at least as an option.
Yes.
So even if they don't actually buy the tickets online, the mere fact you offer them online is a sign of trust and a sign of professionalism that makes them more likely to visit your haunt. And
right. It's also the difference between having a real website and just a Facebook page.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. And there are benefits for customers too, by the way. This
Yes.
isn't just like totally haunt-centric. First is they can lock in a set price.
Right.
They know exactly how much this haunt trip is going to cost.
Yeah.
They can set their boundaries, they can lock it in, and they can go. And that is really, really useful for, like, a lot of haunts will do these pre-sales.
Right.
Where they'll sell general admission tickets ahead of their opening night. You can lock in those prices and then spend it later in the season as you want.
Right. And that's really good for people who do multiple haunt visits. Because if you're working on a tight budget, locking in those cheaper prices is a nice benefit.
Yes, it is. Like I said, it's easier for customers to take advantage of deals. Like the mortuary here, they have a thing, like they do these special nights. But in order to get the discount, you've got to know the secret phrase and say it at the ticket booth.
Right.
And yeah, I guess that's cool, but it's also, I'd rather just click a button. I don't want to, maybe it's the antisocial in me that doesn't want to have to, what's the password? Every time I want the discount.
Work with people. Yeah, well, and there's one time that we had the password and we showed up on the night and we went to buy our tickets and they're like, is there anything special you want to say? And I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
What was the password this year versus last year or the year before?
This is what happens when you visit a haunt 10 years running.
Yeah.
You kind of get them a little confused.
Yeah.
And also, it allows the customers to pay with their preferred method.
Right.
And this is especially important if they want to pay with PayPal or something like that.
Yeah.
And if you're, and I do believe, and for the record I want to say this, I do believe your online ticketing should support PayPal. Not necessarily because it's like super great or anything.
Right.
But there are a handful of people that is their preferred method of paying for things, because that way they can have it drawn from their banking account directly, no middleman of like a debit card or something like that. And it's just convenient because all the information is stored and it's never given to you.
Right.
They feel, rightly or wrongly, I'm not actually commenting on PayPal secure, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
No.
But they feel PayPal is more secure because you never get their credit card or bank account information.
Right.
It's a perception, at least.
And I think also a lot of parents probably set up PayPals for their kids who aren't old enough to get bank accounts in traditional methods. So if you have a younger audience, early teens, later teens.
And that is something to think about, is that, bank accounts, in part due to debit cards, bank accounts for children under 18 are more difficult to get. Not impossible.
No.
But more difficult, and fewer banks will do them.
Yes. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, we've actually run into this in this household.
Yes.
I'll spare you the details, but it's complicated.
Yes.
And so be thinking about PayPal as an option, especially, like she said, if you have a lot of people under 18. All right?
Yep.
So let's talk about some options for online ticket ordering, and this is going to be a large chunk of the show.
Right.
There are two that are really targeting haunters, like directly. The first, and this is the one that's been kind of big lately, is HauntPay.
Yeah. It's got haunt in the name, so of course they're targeting us.
Yeah, and they were at HauntCon. That's where we first learned about them.
Yes. I remember you coming out of that session with them. You were fairly upset.
We will be talking about why I was a little bit peeved.
Yeah.
In just a moment. But, yeah, they are intended to be a complete ticketing solution. What that means is they handle both in-person and online transactions.
Right.
They provide an iOS app and the swipe, like the Square reader type thing that you can swipe cards at. They do charge a processing fee, obviously, but they are willing to pass it on to the customers. But I say don't do that for reasons, like I said, I'll get into more detail. But long and short of it is, they will do that if you wish. The fees are slightly higher than alternatives. I'll say this. They charge 2.5% plus 50 cents per transaction, in addition to the credit card processing cost, which is 2.9% and 30 cents. Now that 2.9 and 30 cents type thing, that ballpark, you're going to run into pretty much with any credit card transaction you do online.
Right.
That part's not going to change. It's the 2.5% plus 50 cents that HauntPay adds on top of it.
Yeah.
That is more expensive. Like I said, they do include iOS and Android app, both for online ticket sales, for in-person ticket sales, and ticket scanning. And it's still, even with those higher fees, may be a good deal for smaller haunts or those with very limited technical capabilities. And the reason is this. It really is very much a drop-in solution.
Yeah.
If you don't plan on selling a lot of online tickets especially, or you really, really, really value this tight integration of the online and in-person, it may be something to check out. And also, one feature that they do have is they pay within 1 to 2 business days after each transaction. As you'll see in a minute, some of these will only pay after the event is over.
Yeah, that would be...
That'd be kind of rough.
Yeah.
And a good example in our area is Rise actually uses them. Rise Haunted House uses them here.
Uses HauntPay.
Uses HauntPay, yes.
Yeah.
But like she said, I came out of the talk they did at HauntCon very, very aggravated. And the reason was because their whole sales pitch was that it's a free credit card processing. It's free online ticket ordering.
Yeah.
And they were very adamant. It was free. And I'm like,
free.
Free. They threw that out so damn much. And the problem is it's not free. It's a cost passed on to the customer. And here's the thing. Yes, even if you do that, even if, you pass on that cost to the customer and you lose nothing financially.
Right.
You're going to lose when a certain percentage of your customers look at that fee and go, well, screw you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Yeah.
And leave. And either bail on your site and do it in person or bail on you completely.
Right. Yeah, there's been more than one time that we've bailed on buying online because of ticket fees. And sometimes that is for events, not necessarily haunts, but for events that we just didn't go to because we couldn't get tickets without paying, $5 to $7 in fees.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems that we as an industry have with these ticket fees is haunt tickets range from like $12 to $35 ish for a single attraction.
Yeah.
Single attraction.
Right.
$12 to $35.
That's for the majority, not like Six Flags and big
well, those are
ones.
multiple attractions anyways.
Yeah.
But for a single attraction haunt, $12 to $35 is kind of the bell curve here.
Right. And
the problem is, online ticketing now becomes a significant percentage.
Right.
If you charge, a $6 processing fee on a $200 festival ticket, that's probably not a big deal.
Right.
But if you charge a $6 processing fee on a $20 ticket, it becomes a much bigger deal. And the problem is there is that flat part of this, the 50 cents and the 30 cents per transaction, that is everything, or the per ticket fee that some of these charge, that always comes out. The percentage, the percentage varies based on the amount of the transaction, but that flat part is there. And so when it breaks down to is smaller transactions, the fees are actually higher as a percentage.
Right.
And that gets rough.
Yeah, it does. There are actually local businesses who have started doing that, Jet Pay, is it called?
Yeah, I think it's called Jet Pay. I think you're right.
Yeah, that we just won't visit anymore.
Yeah, because they have, and it's really bizarre, these guys, because you go up to pay with credit card, and that, like a cash register.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, there's a processing fee for using credit card. And you're like, well, what is it? And they have to pull out this table.
Yeah.
This is, well, your transaction is between $10 and $15. Therefore, it's a $2.97.
Yeah. So it's basically a $3 fee on a $15 purchase.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Another alternative for directly aimed at haunting.
Yes.
Fear Ticket. Now, this is one I discovered doing research for this. It is put together by the folks at Haunt World. Now, it's interesting because we still have the processing costs, which is, I believe, roughly the same.
Right.
But their fees vary upon the number of tickets sold. And it can be as low as 16 cents per ticket.
Which is not bad.
That's actually not bad.
That
the
sounds
highest,
better than 50.
If you sell basically that's if you sell 100,000 tickets, though.
Right.
That's a lot of damn tickets, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you sell 5,000 tickets, the lowest tier, it's 40 cents, which still is not horrible, considering, like I say, going back.
Okay, so the actual price you pay is lower the more tickets you sell.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and for example here, going back to Haunt Pay, they charge 50 cents plus 2.5% per transaction.
Right.
Depending upon how tickets are sold, how many are sold per transaction, you could come out way ahead with Fear Ticket.
Right.
If you sell over 100,000 tickets, there's a very good chance. Now,
is there a processing fee on top of the 16 cents?
Yes, I'm pretty sure there is, yes. It does, and this is one of the frustrating things about the Fear Ticket site. It's very thin on information.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm forced to assume so, because they don't mention processing fees at all, and there's no way in hell that covers processing fees.
Yeah, if you guys are listening, please correct us in the comments on Facebook.
Please, Haunt World people, let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
And like I said, their site is a little thin on information. They want to talk about their fees, not the processing fees. And one of the things that goes on a lot with some of these guys, and I suspect maybe them, is that they will use your processor, your credit card processor.
Right.
They're just the people organizing and doing the online ticket sales part, so you don't have to.
Right. Well, I was looking more at, like with Haunt Pay.
Yeah.
You said there was a 2.5 plus the 50%.
Yeah, their site
plus
is horribly
the 50
confusing.
cents.
I had to track it down in the FAQs.
So it's 2.5 plus 50 cents on plus the credit card transaction fees for Haunt Pay.
Yes.
But as far as we know, it's as low as 16 cents without the additional 2.5?
Yeah, it's just a flat per ticket fee.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, it's just a flat per ticket fee plus the credit card processing fees.
Okay. So that's already doing better because you don't have that extra
percentage and wonkiness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think for most, Fear Ticket will wind up being cheaper, but I'll say this. I was not able to find information one way or the other if they do at-the-door transactions.
Oh, okay.
I know from reading their stuff, they do the online ticket scanning. I would assume they do, but I could not find that on their site. Like I said, their site is thin on information.
Right.
Seriously, given the prices, it may be worth contacting them. And some major haunts use it. All of the shoot, I just lost my place. All of the darkness, all the haunts related to the darkness, the abyss, all those use it, as does here in Baton Rouge, here in Louisiana, the 13th Gate in Baton Rouge does it.
Right.
So, very popular with very large haunts that do a lot of foot traffic.
Right, and this is also unclear, apparently, on whether or not they have an Android app, but they do have iPhone. Yes,
they clearly state they have an iOS app.
Right.
And they clearly state it is for ticket scanning, but they do not make it clear as to whether or not it is for
Android.
For Android or for ticket sales, which I find a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's just that there's not much information.
Right.
But still, given the prices, it may be worth checking out. Okay, getting away from ticketing operations that just target haunts, we have Ticket Leap.
Okay.
These guys are another whole ticketing solution. They do online and door sales. They have an iOS app for ticket scanning and sales. They do not provide Android, so factor that in if you're an Android user. Their ticket fee is $1 plus 2% per ticket, plus the transaction costs. So, and
that seems a little steep.
It is kind of steep. So yeah, it's not a cheap process, but they do provide a special price for tickets underneath $5.
Right.
Which is a flat fee of 25 cents, and that includes credit card processing in that.
That's actually a really good for small and charity haunts.
Yes, exactly.
I would think that the 25-cent flat fee would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If you're, charging $5 or doing donations only or something.
Yeah, exactly. That could be a boon for that. I'm double checking what I read about the pricing real fast before I go on too far. Okay, because it's $1. It's $1 plus 2% of ticket price. So yeah. So basically, according to them, if you charge $25 for a ticket, the fee is $2.75. Now, they provide, like I said, their own payment. You can bring your own payment processor, but they also provide their own credit card processor if you want to use it. That's 3%. Yeah. So, it also seems to integrate very well. One haunt and Dent Schoolhouse uses them. Okay. That's how I ran across them. The big one, it seems, and this was used by almost a third or almost half of the haunts I surveyed. Yeah. Is interactive ticketing. interactiveticketing.com. I'll put links to all these in the show notes. Yeah. Once again, another whole solution handles online and on-site ticket purchases. Unfortunately, that's about the only goddamn thing I can tell you about it. Because all the information is, please inquire here. Yeah. I'll say this, though, that a lot of haunts here use them. In fact, the mortuary uses them here in town. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they came up a lot in my searches. They were repeatedly the biggest ones. They do direct people to a third-party site, but it seems to be very, very popular. So I'm guessing they're doing something right with haunts. Yeah. Like I said, it was easily a third, probably close to half of the haunts I looked at use them. Right. Then there's Flavorous, which is another whole ticketing solution. They handle online and on-site ticket sales. Once again, pricing and all that stuff is available upon request. Most of the information is hidden behind that please contact us wall. But several very popular haunts use them, including locally the House of Shock. Yeah. So we've gone over what each one in our area uses. Yeah. Well, that's what I did, basically, is I started out looking at all the ones we go to and routinely use, and then I pulled up a list of 20 haunts, 20 large haunts across the country, and checked all of them. Yeah. So I ended up checking about 26 different haunts or so. Yeah, you did a lot of work on this. Yeah, I was up really late. You were. So if I'm sounding a little loopy, it's because I was up at 3:30 looking at ticketing stuff. I hope you're happy. After a long day of haunting. Yes, indeed. All right. Now, here's the thing. If none of those sound good to you and you want to roll your own, there are ways you can do that. Mm-hmm. The primary way is a company called Tikera. It's Tikera.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a WordPress plugin. Odds are, just looking at percentages alone, odds are your site probably runs WordPress already. Most haunt sites do, and most sites on the internet actually do.
Right.
But most haunt sites definitely do. It's a WordPress plugin if you want to roll this yourself. It supports over 100 payment methods, including Stripe and PayPal. Mm-hmm. It's $149 per year for the full plugin. That's kind of a misstatement on my part, because it's $149 for updates and maintenance on it, which you probably want.
Well, yeah.
But
you are dealing with money.
It's not like if you stop paying $149, your plugin doesn't work.
Right.
And if you, for example, if you go through Stripe, you're only charged the Stripe processing fees, which is 2.9% plus the 30%.
Right. So basically, you're just charged processing fees after you pay the flat fee for the year.
For the plugin. Yep, that's it. And it includes iOS and Android app for scanning and tickets. However, it does not seem to work well with in-person tickets. You might have to find another solution for that.
Right.
And I've emailed these guys directly, actually, a while back when I was looking at doing it for a friend. And they definitely say that this is what they're meant for. Haunts work great with them.
Okay.
They did not cite any haunts they've worked with, but they said that this is their field. This is their wheelhouse. Another solution, Ticket Tailor, another WordPress plugin. This one's a little interesting, though. Rather than the $149 flat fee, you pay $25 per month for one event, which you have one event, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you can do multiple tickets under one event. So you have $25 per month. Now, say you're selling tickets 3 months out of the year. That's $75 per year.
Right.
They offer iOS and Android apps for checking in. Very similar deal. Hook in with your payment processor. And once again, may not work well with in-person tickets.
Right. And if you are looking up their site, it is Ticket Tailor with 2 T's in the middle.
Yeah, the 2 T's again. Strikes again.
Exactly.
And then the final one I want to talk about, because I know this has been like a blur of information. Believe me, I get that.
A lot of numbers and stats and all that stuff.
But then you have eventespresso.com. Once again, another WordPress plugin. This one is almost $280 per year.
Yeah.
Has limited payment options. Does offer an iOS and Android app for checking in. But, and what I forgot to put in the show notes, I'm realizing, is they do work well with on-site ticket sales. They have a process for handling that.
Okay, so that, I don't know if that's worth another $100 above the other options.
I don't know. Now, if I'm wrong about any of this, is based upon research I've been doing. I will correct that in a future episode. But this is my understanding based upon the mountains of information I have poured through.
Right.
So, we've got about 10 minutes left, and that's plenty of time to go through the last couple of points.
Yeah.
How to make a great online ordering process. How to actually make this not suck.
Okay.
All right, so let's try this. The first thing I believe is to make online ordering easy and intuitive.
Well, that seems like,
That seems so simple and so basic. Yet so often it is not. Seriously, count, and here's one good way to check this. Count the number of clicks it takes to buy tickets for your haunt.
Yeah.
There's no set number that's good or bad. I'm not going to throw out any approximation. But do yourself a favor and compare yourself to other haunts. And compare yourself to other concerts and so forth.
Right.
How many clicks does it take to buy tickets? Remember, you're not selling assigned seats. You're probably not selling assigned times. You're just selling tickets. So how many clicks does it take? Try to get that number down and make sure that everybody knows what the next step is. There have been more than a few times I've added tickets to a cart and had no idea what to do next.
Right.
Where's my cart? Where do I check out at? Hey, why are we really messing with shopping carts that much? And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, unless you are adding the merchandise.
Yes, unless you're adding the merchandise.
Because then that makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
But if you don't have merchandise, then it doesn't make sense to have
and you only have
cart.
2 choices of tickets, maybe you just go straight to cart.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just think about that. Offer good discounts for online orders. Here's one thing I want to say. If you really, really want to have the processing fees passed on, if you feel the need to do that, find a way to offer a discount that eliminates them.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say what the mortuary did, and this is, like I said, my most recent ticket buying experience, was they had a way you could share your purchase on Facebook and Twitter and get the fee back pretty much.
Right.
It ended up, I think it was like $2.50 per ticket. I think that was a $2 discount. I'm not going to squabble a 50-cent transaction cost per ticket. That's fine. It ended up being, basically $1 over what it would have been at the door.
Yeah. In that case, it is more convenient to have your ticket ahead of time.
Yeah.
$1 is worth my time waiting in line in the ticket line.
Unless, they don't have clear directions on there.
That's another story.
We covered that. Retreat. But yes, offer good upsells and cross-sells.
Right.
And this isn't just good business for you, it's good for your customers. Mm-hmm. Because if you make it clear, hey, you can buy t-shirts here, you can buy other stuff here, that helps them if they want a t-shirt. They're now not making 2 trips. They're now not making 2 purchases.
Right.
And it helps you by saving you on some transaction costs. And basically, it's just good for everyone. So upselling, if done well, benefits absolutely everyone. Also, offer group discounts. And I do agree with the idea of offering discounts for sharing. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Because that means, people can bring their friends.
Yeah.
And their friends can bring their friends. And then everybody wins.
Exactly. Okay, here's a big one for me that a lot of haunts don't seem to understand. Make the process seamless. Mm-hmm. Ideally, for me, the customer, basically I should never feel like I left the site.
Yeah.
So the ideal way to do that is to just simply roll your own.
Yeah.
Have a secure site. By the way, and one thing I didn't mention about rolling your own is you're going to have to invest in an SSL certificate. That's not that much money. It's like $10 per year.
Yeah.
You're going to have to invest in making sure you've got all that taken care of. It's not that bad these days. Trust me, I've done it on 3 sites now.
Right.
But, yeah, you're going to have to be sure to do that because you don't want to have an insecure site accepting credit cards. Duh. But, anyways, ideally for the customer, you run the process yourself. And then, if failing that, embed the ticket taking process into your site. Now, this is something I've got to give HauntPay its credit. They do very well. Mm-hmm. When I was going through Rise's ticket ordering, I did not realize they were using HauntPay until I actually dug into the HTML.
That's good hiding.
That was very, very well done. It was embedded in such a way that I did not realize I was, looking at a third-party site until I dug into the HTML because it was still on their domain. This is a good way to think about it. Look at the URL at the top.
Right.
If I leave your site and that URL, anytime they're in the ticket ordering, that's going to raise doubts.
Yeah. I'm going to go, wait, am I still on the right site?
Am I on the right site? Is it still secure?
Yeah.
Yeah, blah, so on and so forth.
Am I giving my credit card number to, surely people that I shouldn't be?
Who is this interactive ticketing people?
Yeah.
Who are these guys? Yeah. Because your customers do not know who these third parties are.
Right.
All these people I listed are completely unknown to the people buying tickets.
Yeah.
I know who they are now. I didn't know who a lot of them were before I started this, but I know who they are now.
Right.
But yes, but failing that, make sure, like I said, that you try to stay on the same domain. If you can't do that, make sure that third-party site looks the same.
Right.
Your logos, your colors, your fonts, your stuff needs to be all over that. So the visual cues are there. If I'm on this haunt website,
right,
and it's like, buy tickets now, click buy tickets now. Now I'm on this stark white, bright site with generic name and so forth.
Yeah.
Am I in the right place? I don't know. What happened? Something go wrong? It's going to cause a recoil, and people will bail on the transaction because of that.
Yeah.
And if finally, just make sure that the customer always knows that they're in the right place, and then it can be trusted.
Yep.
Talked previously about minimal input. Keep the clicks low. Make sure, one thing that I see is a lot of sites do that I don't think is very smart is they have a shipping address for haunt tickets when I'm buying online. I'm not receiving anything by mail. This is an e-ticket.
Right.
You don't need a shipping address. And for God's sake, if you need a shipping address, you can just copy it from the billing address.
Right.
99 times out of 100, I'm pretty sure you can do that.
Yeah, you should be able just to click a box that says same as billing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that simple.
Yeah, but the main thing is to make it feel welcoming. Make it clear where I go, and then when I get there, make it clear, the path I follow and what happens when I arrive. Make me feel welcome as an online ticket holder. Don't make me feel like I'm a problem. Because there have been sometimes it's like, yeah, I bought my ticket online. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that type of growl. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we've had that at a couple of different places, and it's just weird.
It's like,
because
I gave you money.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want us to buy online, don't offer it.
Yeah, just don't offer it, and deal with the fact that a lot of people aren't going to. Some people might not buy tickets.
Yeah.
Basically, an online customer is a completely normal customer. Not that and that's something that I think a few of the haunts we go to could really learn from, could learn to deal with a little better.
Right.
Finally, follow up after the visit.
Yeah.
This is something I've never seen done.
No.
I'm a little bit curious about this. Why this has never happened. I went to the haunt.
Yeah.
You scanned my ticket, dude. I was there. I walked through. How about sending me a survey?
Yeah.
Send me a how'd we do email. Don't just wait for the review on Garbage Horror.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea, and I do think people should...
I've never seen it.
No.
I've never seen it.
Nope.
I don't know why haunts don't do that. I went. When I went. Just email me the next day and say, hey, how'd you like it?
Yeah.
Why would you rate this? Give us a quick 2-minute survey.
Right. Maybe that's something else we should talk about is different ways to put up surveys.
And get feedback, customer feedback in general. I'm doing the motion to put that in the topic list.
All right.
See, this is how we never run out of topics, is every episode we think of 2 others to add to the list. We're a topic hydra.
Yes.
And also, like we talked about previously, use that information with permission, obviously, to stay in touch afterward. There are not many times where I think you should have to tick a box to not be put on a newsletter.
Right.
This is one time where I think that might be appropriate. When I'm already giving you money, I think it's appropriate to add me to a newsletter unless I expressly say otherwise.
Yeah.
I think that don't do it when I leave a comment on your website, but it's fine when I'm handing over, especially a decent amount of money. Anyways, to quickly wrap this up, because we are pretty much out of time, bottom line is this: online ticketing is going to be a huge part of this industry moving forward.
Yes.
We have to get better at this.
Yeah.
And we've said this before in the website one, we're a very tech-savvy industry. We have more Arduinos and Raspberry Pis per capita than anywhere outside of Silicon Valley.
Right.
But we are not a very internet-strong company.
Right.
Internet-strong industry, rather. And that's something that has to change. Make this process customer-friendly. Try not to overcomplicate the checkout process, please. And focus on the customer experience, both when they're ordering online, when they're going through the haunt, and after they're done. Especially after they're done. That's something like I said, I have not seen that. Have you?
No.
You've bought tickets online too. I mean...
Yeah, no.
I've never been asked. Oh, well. Any final thoughts on this? I think we've wrapped this one up largely.
Yeah, I think we have. That sounds good.
Anyways, like I said, I will have links to these ticketing providers in the show notes, as well as a link to the test site. Please feel free to use the comment form there and tell us what you think of the test site. And in the meantime, you can always follow us on Facebook at Haunt Weekly. Follow us at Twitter at Haunt Weekly. Send us at replies, send us messages, comment on stuff. Godspeed, get in touch with us. We love it when you guys do that. It's the highlight of our day when you do.
Right.
Right? Well, on that note, everyone, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this was Haunt Weekly, episode number 42 on online ticketing. We will see you guys next week.
Back to work.
Oh, damn it.